I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me. Lynx is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever.
How you doing, everyone? My name is Ryan and this is Adrien and welcome back to another edition of Box Talk. Today we've got another fight from the Al Haymon PBC boxing card. It's Adrien Broner versus John Molina. I'm not gonna lie, I like the current Al Haymon cards. Adrien?
You've been saying it a bit now. You're sticking up for this Al Haymon.
I like it.
I'm not having it. We'll talk about Adonis Stevenson versus Sako Bika another time.
Yeah.
But that's why I don't really like it. But no, this is a strange but good matchup.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's a strange matchup. I say strange in the sense that Molina has lost his last two.
Yeah.
I think he's lost 4 of 7 in his last 7. So really and truly, that's a guy that's on the slide.
But he's entertaining.
He is entertaining, and he's not one that's going to stand off and watch Broner try and throw flashy shots.
Yeah.
He's going to get in there, similar to what Maidana done, but with a bit more, I say a bit more common sense.
Yeah.
He's just going to get in there and swing a bit.
No, I like this fight. It's an entertaining fight. It's a good fight. But I'm also not fooled to the facts of what we're dealing with.
Good point.
Adrien Broner was the heir apparent. Adrien Broner was on people's pound for pounds list.
Yes.
As soon as he lost to Maidana, he's being matched very, very carefully.
Oh, ridiculous.
Yeah, let's be fair. His last two opponents, including Molina, are not guys that a pound for pounder should be fighting.
Yeah, well, Emmanuel Taylor and 2 Molinas.
Yeah, right. But then, if you look at the way Adrien Broner is living his lifestyle, he says he's not fat. When you have to start defending yourself, it means you are a little overweight, or you're carrying too much weight right now.
Yeah.
At the press conference, Broner looked big.
There's no way about it. Broner looked disgustingly big at that. When they was all wearing their flashy little suits, he looked maybe north of 165, 170.
See, so my point I'm making is that this is a very careful matchmaking, just like his last fight, because I think there's a couple question marks around him. Maybe not his skill set, but his mentality and his discipline as a fighter.
Yeah, and what they're doing, which is smart, which is why people have not gone boo, is they bring Molina in. And Molina got fight of the year last year with Lucas Matisse, so that's still in a lot of people's head. People are not looking at the fact that after the Molina fight, he got beat by Soto. People are forgetting that. People are looking at there's a guy here that got fight of the year, and when he does step up, he stepped up and beat Mickey Bay, Floyd Mayweather's prospect.
Yes, he did. Yes,
remember, I think he stopped him, or he got points, he stopped him in the 10th or something. So that shows he isn't phased by like the hype of someone. And Mickey Bay came with a lot of hype as well.
He's not phased. He's a solid fighter. He's a good fighter. He's just not an elite fighter. That's the difference. Nothing's wrong with being a good fighter. It's just that when you look at, for me, when you're looking at certain fighters in contendership and going for title runs, Broner was here and he should be fighting here. Now he's fighting here and it's like he's staying here right now. He's not. He said, "Oh, I want to fight Guerrero. I want to fight this guy. I want to fight that guy." But he's not fighting them. I want to fight. He said he wants to fight Maidana. Soon after the Maidana fight, obviously Floyd took the fight. Maidana lost twice. He said he wants to fight Maidana. He's not fighting no one close to Maidana. He's not fighting no one close to Guerrero. He's not fighting all the names he's saying he wants to fight. He's not fighting. So you got to look at it realistically and say, look, yes, he's a good fighter. Yes, he's what he is. But there's a reason why they're matching him at this level.
I agree. That's a very good point. He's mentioned so many names after that Maidana loss. You mentioned Gray. He's mentioned I don't mind fighting Danny Garcia. It seems that everyone else is being matched properly in this so-called Al Haymon thing, apart from him. He's the one name that talks the most, but he's getting matched. I wouldn't say the worst. But I mean, Molina, Emmanuel Taylor, and Molina. For someone that says I'm going to take over Floyd and Pacquiao. Sorry, they're not opponents.
It's good matches. It's matches that are entertaining. Like his last fight with Emmanuel Taylor. Yeah, it was a good fight. I liked it.
Yeah, it was a good fight.
It was a good fight. No, it's wrong with nothing. I like those fights. Nothing's wrong with it. But that's not the type of fight you give the future.
Are we being too harsh on a guy that has come up from 135 to 147? Got beat by, I consider, the guy that is maybe 3rd or 4th weight right now, and has now dropped down to 140. Are we being too harsh?
I don't think I'm being harsh.
One loss.
I'm not being harsh. I'll tell you why I'm not being harsh in a second. But I think the general public are aware of who Broner is. So they know that, guess what? He is very good, but he knows he's got holes. The reason why I don't think I'm being harsh with Broner, because originally from when we first started Box Talk, and Adrien knows from previously, so I always said there's question marks over Broner. Yes, he's a 2-weight world, 3-weight world champion. Yes, he's won titles, but when you look at who he won those titles against, it's never been the man in the division. When you look at how he's won his
second or the third,
how he won his titles and gave him one title up in the whopping with the weight, and gave him one with the weight, and then he kind of, wishy-washy. He might fight Ricky Burns. He might fight was it Vasquez?
It was Vasquez.
He might fight. It's like he's always being matched carefully. Nothing's wrong with that. He's a young fighter. He's a young contender with a belt, so that's fair enough. but after a while, enough is enough.
Yeah, and it does seem to be fair that his promoters and managers know enough is enough as well. I mean, like you say, since the Maidana loss, and it wasn't a beating, but they've almost stepped back as well and said, alright, we have to match this guy super carefully now.
Okay, if you want to be fair and start to nitpick, take away the second knockdown in the Maidana fight, it could have been a Broner win.
Yeah, it was a close fight.
It was a close fight.
It wasn't
it was the knockdowns that done it, and the second knockdown in particular that actually spread the scorecard.
Does Molina deserve what is a big chance on as I think Molina said it, in front of 100 million people? Molina's getting a chance after 2 defeats. Did he deserve that?
Molina's been charged for one particular reason for this fight. He is entertaining. That's what you want. If you're going to put a marquee card on like this, you need 2 things. You need entertaining fights and you need knockout power.
Okay.
Yeah? Or even need star power. You need 3 things. You've got knockout power with Furman, you've got star power with the names of Broner and the whole Al Heyman big broadcast.
Then you almost need B-side guys that are going to come and fight.
That's going to fight and do great things. Also, you need selling points. Like, I'll get on the card, Robert Guerrero, a 2-weight world champion, 3-weight world champion.
I think 2.
Two-weight world champion. You put together a show, an entertainment event.
Alright, Broner Molina, how does it go out? Who wins?
I honestly think Broner's going to win this fight.
Wow.
It is not a walk in the park.
By any stretch of the imagination.
No, but not like that. And with Broner's current weight issues, you never know can another upset happens. Is Molina as good as Maidana? No. But is he going to be as relentless as Maidana and give the opportunity to land heavy shots? Yes. I'm going with Broner by a closer than expected decision.
Yeah, Broner reminds me, and look, I'm not going to anyways say he's Ricky Hatton because he doesn't blow up that big. But it reminds me of Ricky Hatton, where when you see Ricky Hatton training, you feel like he's training to get back down to weight rather than training to learn your techniques. And I'm seeing Broner right now, and I'm seeing a guy that has to lose 20 pounds. So he's killing himself just to get down 20 pounds and forgetting everything else. And I'm seeing a guy like that. So he looks like, I wouldn't say he gasses because he seems to come on strong quite a lot as well.
And let's be fair, Broner jumping the weight class is so quick, he should really be closer to what he was actually fighting at around 135. Not 147.
Yeah, Broner should be at 135 for me.
So, you know.
There you go. So Ryan's going for a close decision. I'm too thinking that as well. After seeing the Matisse performance, I'm not really going on the Soto performance too much, but after the Matisse performance, who is probably the second best 140 pounder, that was back and forth fight of the night. And if he can put that kind of pressure on Matisse that he put on Broner, we saw Broner's like with a bit of pressure. Broner doesn't like pressure.
That's the thing, Broner likes to fight at his own pace. Similar to Famira and fight in spurts. He doesn't fight consistently for 3 minutes of every round. Emmanuel Taylor fight showed that as well, that, you know, Broner has to be pushed a little long. Molina is going to be on him from round 1, which means Broner has to fight.
One thing people have got to watch with Broner as well, doesn't use his legs. I mean,
stands off posture.
Stands off posture. Everyone comparing to Mayweather. You watch Mayweather at 130, 135 pounds. His legs were ridiculous.
But
ridiculous. They even shouldn't compare these two. It's unbelievable they even compare. I did in the beginning.
You did and I didn't.
Yeah, you did. I admit. I made a mistake. I thought this guy was the future. I take it right back. But I expect him to get a close decision here and go from some. Where does Molina go? Does he just kind of stay in the PBC and fight other people?
I think Molina will make a good account for himself and they'll like him. I think he'll be back with Al Heyman on the Al Heyman card. It's possibly TV, depending on how the fight goes. Broner has to make a run. 40 division is quite stacked.
It's stacked as
Same
well.
type of thing.
Crawford's
coming up. You got Garcia.
Figueroa Burns winner.
There you go.
Figueroa Burns. You know what?
There's options.
Back to fights Figueroa Burns winner.
For world title.
Back to fights one of those first. There you go, guys. All right, so Adrien Broner, not our favourite person at the moment, because we know because there's a guy that Ryan said with so much talent that seems to be wasting his talent at such a young age. There's a difference between doing it when you're 34 and 35 and achieve whatever you want to achieve. At what's Broner, 24? Somewhere around there. Wasting on his talents, we don't know. But look, we're both going for him to beat Molina, and we're probably talking a winner of Burns versus Figueroa in the summer. Tell us what you think. Email us at
boxtalk@hotmail.co.uk, and don't forget to post on Twitter at boxtalkuk and on Instagram at boxtalk_1.
There you go, guys, and don't forget to subscribe as well. Thanks for watching another edition of Box Talk.